Veronica. Welcome back to Knowhere Farm. Today we're going to talk about day 3 with the chick. Okay, so on day 3, the circulatory system has gotten even bigger, so the heart and the veins have expanded. There's a couple more veins today. But what's important about today is, after we put on the magnet, we need to add water to the chicken incubator. So we have to do this quickly, otherwise the heat escapes and that's not good for the eggs. You just gently take off the lid. Eggs are doing absolutely fine. They've been rolling a little bit. This is about 50 milliliters of water. And then we make sure that the bar is in the tray. Now back to normal. Now, there's a little thing up here that tells you the temperature. And right now it's flashing because it is slightly too low, but it will go back to normal soon. So that's what's happening with the chicks today. By the way, it's April 1st, so don't play any pranks with your parents, okay? Now I'm going to show you a trick with salt and eggs. Come out to the kitchen. Salt adds density to water, and I'm going to show you what we need for this experiment. So we need salt, but we pre-measured it for this. This is 4 tablespoons, this is 2 tablespoons, but we're going to get to that later. You need 3 eggs, 1 spoon, 3 equal-sized jars or glasses. They should be clear so you can see what's going on, and then some water. As our first step, we're going to pour the water into equal amounts. I'm going to fill it until the top of the circle design, right there. If you have difficulty pouring, I would suggest having a towel on hand, just in case you need to clean up real quick. And here's the last one. There we are. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the salt to this one. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of salt. I'm going to have to mix that in because it is not completely dissolved. We're making a solution here. That means it's a liquid mixed with something else that isn't water. You're going to encounter that later in a class called chemistry, or you can already be in chemistry. All right. It's still a little grainy at the bottom, so I'm going to continue stirring. All right, that feels a little better.
I did.
Now we're going to add 4 tablespoons of salt into this one, so we can see the differences in how much the density changes can affect the floating of an egg. Alright. Oh, this one's dissolving a little faster. That's nice. Alright. Okay, and let's get rid of the mess later. Alright, so we're going to add the first egg to this one. We're placing it carefully. So it has reached the bottom, and that's because it is more dense than the fresh water. Another cool thing about eggs that go to the bottom is that means they're fresh and edible. If you ever put an egg in the water and it's fresh water and it floats directly to the top, that means the egg is rotten. Alrighty, so now we're going to put an egg into the 2 tablespoons of salt water. So as you can see, it is on the bottom almost, but it's floating slightly. You can see it here. That's because the density of the egg and the density of the water are very similar. So that's why it's only floating a little bit. Now, if we put this egg into the way more salt water, the 4 tablespoons, it floats directly to the top because now the egg is way less dense than the water. It's like 1 tablespoon, right? Okay. So I filled up the glass, and now I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon to the 2 tablespoon mix. And you can see how it is really floating in the middle now. So I'm stirring it to help dissolve the solution again. I have to be very careful about it though, because of course there's an egg in there. Now it's floating a little more at the top. Seems like it's roughly the same amount of salt to water ratio as this one. Okay. Hi, so this is kind of a surprise, but our goat Miami had 3 baby boys last night. This is Chattahoochee. He's named after a town in Georgia. He has 2 brothers. This is Atlanta. Don't worry, he has someone mothering him. It's his great aunt, Cincinnati. She's right behind the camera. For whatever reason, he likes his great aunt better than his mother. She really likes him. And then we have Macon over here. He's chilling with his mom. He really likes that corner. They're already mobile. When baby goats are born, they can start walking an hour after they are born. So they're already bouncing around and stuff. Miami is very excited. This is her first ever bunch of babies. And we're very surprised she had triplet boys. And she's very proud of herself. So these boys are very lucky. They have a mommy and a great aunt and their great grandma watching over them right now. And they all are very, very loved. And we're very excited to share them with you guys. So thank you for joining me. We'll show you some more baby goat videos soon. Bye. Thank you for joining me today at Knowhere Farm. I hope you will join me each day to check back with the eggs to see their daily development and hatch around day 21. We will also be exploring other areas and animals on the farm each day. If you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our other exciting farm activities, like goats having their babies, planting the gardens, riding Moo, and learning all the things about Knowhere Farm. Okay. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer about the farm, please let us know in the comments below.